6 ways to boost your confidence in dating immediately. Hi, I'm Antia, founder and creator of the Magnetize Your Man Method. And look, if you are new to my channel, comment, like, and subscribe so you get notified for more juicy and helpful videos coming your way. So let's go ahead and dive right in. Number 6 is future pace yourself. Now, what do I mean by that? Now, successful athletes do this all the time. They visualize themselves in the future, doing what they're doing best, right? Like performing well. So this is what you can do as well. Now, if you're honest with yourself, what do you usually visualize before you go out? Well, you're probably visualizing, oh, hopefully the date is going to go well. Hopefully I'm going to say the right thing. Hopefully he likes me. Hopefully I like the food. And what you want to do instead is, how do you want the day to go? Visualize him smiling at you, him holding the door open, you having an incredible conversation, an incredible back and forth, being intellectually stimulating is a new word now that I just invented. And, just like getting a hug, maybe him asking you out again, right? Like, I had such an incredible time with you. Like, how would you like it if I took you out again next Friday? So you can visualize that for yourself. Now, another thing, how you can use the future pace exercise, one of my favorite things, you can use them in other areas of your life too, is actually visualizing how you catch yourself. So let's say, you know what, Antia, I can get completely there to have an incredible experience and him complimenting me and him asking me out again. Because usually I sabotage it. I forget to focus on myself. I talk too much. I don't interrupt. Beautiful. Then visualize that. Visualize yourself actually almost acting like you almost usually act. Let's say you don't say anything, or you let a man roll you over, or you talk a lot because you get nervous and you leave your body. So what you can do instead is visualizing yourself coming back to yourself. Like, visualize yourself, him talking, and you actually reminding yourself, do I feel my feet on the ground? Do I feel my bum in my chair? And so on. You can also visualize yourself lovingly interrupting him and saying, hey, this is so interesting. Can we just take a moment to digest that? That was so interesting what you had to say, to get actually a little bit of a break, a pause in, and connection. So try it out and let me know how it goes. Number 5, going right along with it, is stay in your body. So that goes a little bit back to what I just said. Oftentimes what we do when we go on a date, we want to impress the other person, most often than not. And so in order to accomplish that, we focus on the other person. We almost go even into their body and wonder, how do I look like from their perspective? Right? Are they having a good time? So what you do is, like, you're leaving your body. So what you want to do is instead, right, just even visualize how I just do it, right? I just have almost like this wave of energy coming back to me, the attention coming back to me, visualizing like the energy coming back to me, staying in my body. Breathing is also incredibly powerful. So let's say the man talks a lot, and all you can do in that moment, you can literally do that. You say, and girlfriend, what ends up happening is you get the attention, because attention goes where energy flows, and energy flows where life flows. The breath is life. So try that out and let me know how that goes for you. I've been doing that many, many times in my coaching, in my conversations, and of course, before I met my incredible husband, Brody, as well. Now, if you want to learn much more about that, go deeper into it, see also what's holding you back from really attracting that right partner for you, I invite you to take my Magnetize Your Man Masterclass to find your match. So go to mymclass.com. Now, number 4 is you are a catch. Now, reminding yourself that you are a catch. So what would be extremely helpful is a couple of different things. Either you want to have a list handy, why you are a catch. Now, if it's really hard for you to create a list why you are a catch, call your best girlfriends. Ask your family, why are you a catch? And write all those attributes, all those qualities, all those traits down, preferably in your phone, because you can just take it with you while you're in the cab, or right before you walk into the restaurant. You can take one last look at that list, why you are a catch. Why is that so important? Because the brain deletes, distorts, and generalizes reality. So if you don't really believe that you are a catch, or that you're worthy, or your dates normally don't go well, then that's what the brain is going to continue to create. So it's not going to remind you of the empowering practices that you can do, as simply as literally reading your list. Now, another fun thing you can also do is record your list. So if you're in your car, you're like, I don't want to read, or I get nauseous. Oh, I'm driving, so obviously I can't read at the same time. Well, then record it. Why are you a catch? And listen back to that. Or maybe have some of your friends record something for you. So maybe it's powerful for you to hear that from other people back to you. Now, that will depend on if you're an auditory learner, if you are a visual learner, and so on. So try that out. I can't wait to hear your feedback on that. Now, number 3, and this is a little bit like, it's courage to the gap. Now, I talk a lot about what I know is that there's oftentimes a very anxious part inside of you. Now, the anxious part inside of you does not want to be with the gap. As a matter of fact, it hates the unknown, uncertainty. So what you want to do instead is you want to do whatever you can to fall in love with uncertainty. Now, a simple way how to actually do that is watch your favorite comedy show or reality TV show, and then be okay with the break. Be okay of not knowing how it continues. So when a cliffhanger comes, when that commercial break comes, and you want to know who gets the rose at the end of the day, how's this continue? Is he going to cheat on her or not? And so on, practicing breathing in the unknown, not knowing. Maybe you won't even know until next week, until you, of course, read it up online. So do me a favor, don't read it up online. Practice the gap. Also, what I want you to start practicing, you can do that with your friends, to just start role playing, is actually just pausing and just, Mary, what you just shared. Wow. Makes me actually uncomfortable to just slow down and just be in the gap. But I just wanted to take a moment. So you see how I just slowed down. Now, what that does, again, it helps the brain to actually future pace. So you will feel more comfortable then also doing that with a man. Trust me, try it out. Now, if you want to have more support in that, maybe find women to role play with, maybe share your own dating stories and get feedback on that, then join my free Magnetize Your Man dating support group. Go to mymfbgroup.com, and we are super excited. We're a community of over 4,000 single, successful women from all over the world. So join the party. Okay, one really amazing key, number 2, that I learned from my husband is taking this date off the pedestal. So instead, you want to normalize it. You want to say, it's just the usual. It's just the usual. So how would you behave? It's just the usual. I'm just going on another date. It's not a big deal. And so what started happening is when I started dating my husband, I remember I started dating and I said, normally men don't make it past 3 weeks, because that would be already incredible for me. So usually I would sabotage it ahead of time. And then I said, well, the men who make it past 3 weeks, they're not going to make it past 3 months. Okay, sure enough, 3 months came around, started acting a little funny, and so on. But what we actually started to see is that my parents got divorced. They got divorced when I was 11 years old. And as a matter of fact, they were fighting their whole life. They should have probably gotten divorced even earlier. And my husband's parents are still together. So he learned, it's just the usual, couples stay together. They pray together, they stay together, they live together, they argue together, right? They do life together. They don't just leave. And what I had seen was that no, the opposite is true, right? Like if people leave, like if some things get too uncomfortable, see ya. And there's a lot of passive aggression and a lot of control and so on. So he said, it's just the usual. It's just the usual that you have an incredible relationship. It's just the usual that we have an incredible wedding. It's just the usual that we have an incredible business. So try that out and just say, it's just the usual. Like just look yourself in the mirror, maybe even in your car right before you walk in. It's just the usual. Just another day in paradise. Girlfriend, it's just the usual. So say it after me. Okay. So if you want to have more support from me, understand where do you get stuck in all of that dating journey, then get your free quiz and custom gifts at magnetizeyourman.com. And let's see what results you get and maybe have a conversation after that. Now, number 1 is one of my favorite hacks, which is set yourself phone reminders. Okay, so what that actually means is when you go into your phone, and you go into your clock, right? Where you can have a stopwatch or you can have like an alarm clock. You can actually set your alarms, and the alarms don't have to be actually loud. You can also label your alarms. So you can actually write down confident or queen or grounded. So whatever you want to remind yourself of, to actually stay grounded, to stay in your body, to stay congruent, to stay with yourself, whatever it is, set yourself little reminders. And then what you can do is you can set a little, like obviously not a noise, but like a vibration. And then oh, my phone is vibrating, but it's very like unassuming. I mean, a phone is vibrating just a couple of times. I think you can even set how many times it's going to vibrate. Just as around, oh, confident, my phone is vibrating. Or that would be also a good way to go to the powder room, to be like, oh, this would be a good time for me to center myself, to come back to myself, and to maybe read my phone reminders in the middle of the day. All right, ladies, I'd love to hear from you. What do you do to give your confidence a boost? Leave the comments below. I had so much fun shooting this interview. Lots of love to you, and I will talk to you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.